Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Yankees, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 12 men on base.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Division rivals do battle. Jordan Montgomery, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Hanna, a native Pennsylvanian. He was a 17th round pick during the 2020 draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing.
Move it. We'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So they pick up a run on the solo. Set to go now, Nick Ahmed. And he's a guy that's really scuffling at the plate right now.
Nick Ahmed.
A 1 pitch on its way. High in the air out to center field. Hanna will settle under it to make first out as the runner will have to head back to first. Stepping into the box, Nick Hanna. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Has a look, now the pitch. Popped him up. Torres is there for it. And that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits in the inning for Boston. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Boston's out in. Into the box, Miguel Andujar.
Leading off for the Yankees.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hanna is right there, 1 down. Into the box now, Nick Hanna. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Hanna.
All right, boy, all right, here we go. Hey, lucky can up there, kid, huh?
Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Andujar is over and he tucks it away for the second out. Coming to the plate now, Nick Ahmed. He flew out in his last at-bat.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Hanna. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. 7 runs on 12 hits and 1 error on the Boston line score. In the air out toward right field. Judge is under it. 2 down. Digging in now for the Yankees,
The
Nick
batter,
Ahmed.
number 13.
It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Nick Ahmed.
High in the air out to center field. Hanna will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Stepping up to the plate, Nick Hanna, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-0 to him now.
See you driving. Let's go right here.
Has a look. Now the pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. 10-2 the final in this game. Boston scored 10 runs on the way to victory. Chris Sale wins his team-leading 10th game of the year as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Jordan Montgomery permitted 6 earned runs. Afternoon baseball here on the show. Ought to be a good one here between the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. It's Rays baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Ryan Yarbrough, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of...
Digging in, Nick Hanna. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. In there, no balls and a strike. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they'd been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Row, now I guess it's time where you push that go button. You're getting a little sense of urgency. They find themselves in 3rd place, and if they want to be part of the postseason picture, it's time to get going and get going pronto.
Yeah, it's taken too long for this team to carve out any identity for themselves. They're going to have to find a way to get on a roll, offensively or pitch better. Something's got to change.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that means Kevin Kiermaier will hit next.
Kevin Kiermaier.
The 0-1 on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center.
Take it.
Hanna is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Ready now, Nick Hanna. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Nick Hanna.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through at 1 strike.
If this offense is going to be this aggressive, I'm going to expect this pitcher and catcher combo to expand the zone.
Get your pitch up there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball.
Hey, good one up there, huh?
Good waist pitch, 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Playable for Verdugo, and there's 1 gone. Stepping into the box, Nick Hanna. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The windup and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Come on, big guy.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
And that misses 2-2.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
And now the count is full for the Boston center fielder.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal. Digging in the switch hitter, Nick Hanna. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Fouled away. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Unable to find the zone with the slider. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back. And he puts a bow on this one to end it. How about his 25th save of the season? He's proven to be a solid tool at the back of the bullpen, and every team needs one of those.
A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Red Sox took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Tyler Glasnow notches his third win of the year. Tommy Kahnle closes the door for the save, his 25th of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Yonny Chirinos starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Hey, Matty, yeah, it's been a tough series so far, D-Row. They've lost the first 2 nail-biters, 2 close games, low-scoring games. They'd like to turn that fortune around here today.
Yeah, but from a manager's perspective, Dan, all you can ask for is effort, and that's what this team's given them. They took it on the chin. First 2 games, 1-run losses. They'll bounce back today.
And he fouls this one off.
Go.
The next 0-2 misses down below the knees. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his...
Leading off for Boston.
Stepping in now, Nick Hanna.
Nick
as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Verdugo is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Striding into the box,
and
Nate Lowe. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Nate.
Pulled toward right center field. In comes the center fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. 1 out here in the Tampa Bay 4th, and that brings up the outfielder Alex Verdugo. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Center fielder going back. Gone! Solo shot to right center. 7 home runs for him on the year now. As they will take the lead here, it's now a 5-4 ball game. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Nick Hanna, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Into the corner and slicing foul.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go, kid.
In the dirt here. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. From the stretch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Chasing after it is Verdugo. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Nick Hanna, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Verdugo looks up. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center, number 33 on the year, as they open up an 8-5 lead. How about the work the lineups have been doing so far, fellas?
Matty V, this is turning it.
Ready to take his hacks again, Nick Hanna, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Grounded down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Beeks, a left-hander standing just under 6 feet at 5'11". He was a 12th round selection during the 2014 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Here we go, here we go.
Smoked on the ground left side. And that is into left field, so the leadoff man's aboard to kick off the ninth. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300.
Right. Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
12-5 is the final in this ball game.
A player is called to question by his manager on his base running of late. Having had a little perverse fun with the young speedster, the manager strikes a jovial tone. He checks that the player understands what a green light means and doesn't mean. Even the best bag snatchers need to know when to exercise restraint. Satisfied that the player can be trusted with the responsibility, the manager grants him a standing green light to bolt.
We are under the lights this evening as we
And
get
now,
you set for another
your
edition of Baseball on the
2020.
Show. Ryan Weber gets the ball for the Red Sox in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, one of the things this
Batting
guy does really well,
the center
neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. And, fellas, these Astros entering play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that.
Next up for the Stros, Kyle
The
Tucker.
right fielder, number 30, Kyle Tucker.
The windup and the 0-1. And he popped him up. LeMahieu onto the grass. He tracks it down. Hannah, he singled his last
the center
time up.
fielder,